Good afternoon, students. Last class we completed Laplace transform and inverse Laplace transform. So today I am briefly explaining the total chapter of Laplace transform. Each and every definition I am explaining and give one example of each topic. First of all, we go to definition of Laplace transform. So the definition of Laplace transform is that f of t be a function of t, let f of t be a function of t, depend for all positive values of t. Here t is positive for all positive values of t. Then the Laplace transform of f of t, that means L of f of t, and is generated by L of f of t and is defined by L of f of t equal to integral 0 to infinity e power minus st f of t dt. We're getting a result, that result name as f bar of s. So this is the definition of Laplace transform. We have to write L of f of t as another form, taking L inverse on both sides. So f of t equal to L inverse of f bar of s. Okay, this is the definition of Laplace transform. So Laplace transform definition is L of f of t equal to integral 0 to infinity e power minus st f of t dt. We get a result, that result name as f bar of s. Finally, the simple statement is
సార్ మైక్ మ్యూట్ అయిపోయింది సార్.
okay. So the question is in terms of t. Then we're getting the answer yes. In inverse Laplace, the question in terms of s, we're getting answer t. Okay. So finally, the definition of Laplace transform L of f of t equal to integral 0 to infinity e power minus st f of t dt equal to f bar of s. ఇప్పుడు క్లారిటీగా ఉందా?
ఎస్ సార్, క్లారిటీగా ఉంది సార్.
Okay. Next, in this Laplace transform, I explained 8 properties. That properties names are, first one, linearity property. Linearity property. Second one, first shifting theorem. Second one, first shifting theorem. Third one, change of scale property. Fourth one, derivative of Laplace transform. it is not sufficient to solve the problems. It is only definition purpose. So fourth one is integral of Laplace transform, and fifth one is multiplication by t power n. Sixth one is division by t. Seventh one is evaluation of integrals. And last one, eighth, this is all definitions like as periodic function and a second shifting and a derivative of Laplace transform and a unit step function and a unit impulse function. So these all terms are is definition wise, not in problem wise. So that is the property 8. So here in the total Laplace transform, I explained 8 properties. First one, linearity property. Once again, I repeat the linearity property, explaining properties and give one example. First, go to linearity property. So what is the condition of linearity property? We are taking a Laplace in between two functions, either plus or minus. It is easy to separate the Laplace each and every term. And we have to write the constant term in outside. Suppose the function L a into f of t minus b g of t plus c h of t. Here totally three functions f of t, g of t, h of t and three constants a, b, c. Now in the linearity property is possible to apply each and every term to the Laplace. We have to write a constant to the outside. So in the first term, a is constant. So applying Laplace of first function f of t. In the second term, minus b is constant. So L is applied to the second function g of t. And c is constant. L is final function h of t. So this is only possible in the function in between either plus or minus. When it is not possible, the functions are in multiplication position. It is not possible to separate the Laplace each term. Laplace transform ని రెండింటిని సెపరేట్ చేయాలి అంటే ఆ ఫంక్షన్స్ మధ్య ఇదర్ ప్లస్ కానీ మైనస్ కానీ ఉండాలి. ఆల్జిబ్రిక్ ఆపరేషన్ multiplication division not possible because that linear property only supporting addition and subtraction in between of any functions. Okay, taking one example. Before I explaining one problem, first we are learning the formulas. L of 1 equal to 1 by s, L of e power at equal to 1 by s minus a. These are results. It has also proof. So L of e power minus at equal to 1 by s plus a. How to remember this formula? It has a one shortcut. The shortcut is e power at here plus a. So we divide 1 by s minus a. So here the sign is opposite in the answer. The question is in a minus a quotient. So we have to write the opposite sign 1 by s plus a. Next to L of t power n. Now t power n has two formulas. One is n factorial by s power n plus 1. Here n is a real number. Suppose n is a fraction, then go to second formula, gamma of n plus 1 by s power n plus 1. So t square, taking first formula, root t. So root t means t power of 1 by 2. So taking second formula, L of t power n. So L of t power n has two formula. One is n is a real number and the second one is a fraction. So next formulas are L of sin A t. So in the second order equation, s square plus a square is common. In the numerator, how to identify the numerator? The numerator is coming from either s or a. Here, the denominator is only in terms of SA. So the numerator S or A we have to write. But in the question, L of sin A t, in sin S is first letter. So we have to write here A. L of cos A t, in the same situation, the denominator is containing S square plus A square. In the numerator, we have to write either A or S. In the first letter of cos, not S. So here we write S. సో సైన్ ఏటి సైన్లో ఫస్ట్ లెటర్ ఎస్ ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ మనం ఏ రాస్తాం. కాస్ ఏటి కాస్లో ఫస్ట్ లెటర్ ఎస్ కాబట్టి ఎస్ రాస్తాం. సో మనకి ఇచ్చిన ఫార్ములాలో డినామినేటర్ ఫిక్స్ ఎస్ స్క్వేర్ ప్లస్ ఏ స్క్వేర్. న్యూమినేటర్ అనేది ఎస్ కానీ ఏ కానీ రావాలి. మరి ఎస్ వస్తుందా ఏ వస్తుందంటే సైన్లో ఫస్ట్ లెటర్ ఎస్ ఉంది కాబట్టి ఆపోజిట్ ఏ రావాలి. కాస్లో ఫస్ట్ లెటర్ ఎస్ కాదు కాబట్టి ఆపోజిట్ ఫంక్షన్ ఎస్ రావాలి. టేకింగ్ హైపర్బోలిక్ ఫంక్షన్. Suppose we have to take L of sin HAT. Same formula, but the denominator combination is changed. A by S square minus A square. It is a hyperbolic formula, sin HAT. L of sin HAT. Similarly, L of cos HAT, formula not changed. Denominator value combination is only changed. L of cos AT equal to S by S square plus A square. Here S by S square minus A square changed. S by S square plus A square is changed to S square minus A square because the left hand side is a hyperbolic function cos HAT. In hyperbolic notation, only change the denominator combination. First sin equal to plus, sin H equal to minus. These are basic resulting values. The basic resulting values we are using and solving the problems. So in the linearity property, we have to take one example problem. The first problem is L of e power 2t or find the Laplace transform L of e power 2t plus 4t square minus 2 sin 3t plus 3 cos 3t. Okay. Clearly, the total function is possible to apply a linearity property. So how to identify is problem is possible to apply a linearity property? Because here the functions are 1, 2, 3, 4 functions, 4 functions in T. The 4 functions combination either plus or minus. In the combination, first combination is plus and the second combination is minus, third combination is plus. The 4 functions of T is a combination of either plus or minus. So it is sufficient to apply the Laplace transform and write a constant term into the outside. So first I apply Laplace transform to e power 2t, L of e power 2t. Then go to second term. In the second term, 4 is constant. So write 4 outside of Laplace, L of t square. In third term, minus 2 is constant. So L of sin 3t. L of sin 3t plus 3 into L of cos t. Now applying the formulas or result values, L of e power 2t, it is a 1 by s minus a. Here a is plus 2, so here a value minus 2. Plus 4 into L of t square. 2 is a positive real number. Positive real number, then go to first formula. The first formula is n factorial n factorial by s power n plus 1. So here n value is 2. Taking n equal to 2. So 2 factorial by 2 factorial by s power 2 plus 1. And third one is minus 2 is constant. L of sin 3t. Sin 3t means a by s square plus a square. Here a is 3. 3 by s square plus 3 square, that equal to 3 by s square plus 9. And last term 3 into L of cos t, s by s square. A value, the multiple of t. There is no multiple. Generally we take 1 as a multiple of t. So s by s square plus 1. Simplify the equation. 1 by s minus 2. 2 factorial equal to 2. 4 into 2, that equal to 8 by s power 2 plus 1, that equal to s cube. 8 by s cube. Minus 2 into 3, 6 by s square plus 9. 6 by s square plus 9. And last term 3 into s. 3s by s square plus 1. This is the linearity property. So many problems are in linearity property. So all problems already we learn, uh, given only one example. Then go to second property. The second property name as first shifting. It is very important property of Laplace transform. That property name is first shifting. It has another name, that is first translation. First shifting or first translation theorem. In the first shifting or first translation theorem, L of f of t equal to f bar of s. L of f of t equal to f bar of s. This is the condition, main condition of the Laplace transform. In the linearity property, any functions of t is a combination of either plus or minus, but in the first shifting, the exponential term is a multiple, left side multiple of f of t. The e power at exponential term, one of the function of t, is a multiple of another function of t. So that another function generally f of t. So e power at is a multiple of f of t. Then clearly it is identified by the first shifting. So what we do in the first shifting? First we calculate the L of f of t. First we calculate the L of f of t, round up the e power at. So round up e power at, first calculate L of f of t, we're getting one answer. That answer in terms of s. That answer in terms of s, name as f bar of s. In the f bar of s, we have to apply e power at. So after find out the f of L of f of t, now it is to time to apply the e power at. That condition is called first shifting. So how to apply e power at in the answer? Just replace s by s minus a. Suppose the given question is e power minus 80, so minus a is a given problem. So we have replaced s by s plus a. But I am taking e power 80 in the question, so I write the opposite sign, s tends to s minus a. So f bar of s is converted to f bar of s minus a. Okay, this is called the first shifting theorem. How to identify the first shifting theorem? Exponential term e power at like this type of function, exponential function is a multiple of another functions, or left side or right side, any side. e power at is a multiple of any other function, then it is called the first shifting theorem. How to apply first shifting theorem? First, to round up e power at, we have to calculate L of f of t. So the multiple of e power at, first apply the L of f of t, we're getting one answer. That answer in terms of s, it name as f bar of s. First, we have to calculate the L of f of t, side out the e power at. After finding the L of f of t, we're getting answer f bar of s. In replace f bar of s tends to s minus a, because in the question the exponential term is a power plus a, so we have to reverse of sign s minus a. So taking one example, L of e power minus 3t the e power minus 3t into 2 cos 5t minus 3 sin 5t. This is the question. Okay. This problem is this is the problem. Observe that the open parenthesis, open brackets have two functions of t. One is cos phi t and second one is phi sin phi t. These two functions in between minus, it is possible to apply a linearity property. But in the outside function, curling brackets e power minus 3t is a multiple. So first we have to multiply e power minus 3 to two functions. So 2 into e power minus 3t into cos phi t, and separate the Laplace. Here also write the constant term 2 in outside, and second term the constant minus 3 is outside. L of e power minus 3t into sin phi t. Here exponential term is a multiple of another function. Exponential one is here two functions of Laplace. One is exponential term and it is a multiple of another function. Here also one function is exponential, it is multiple of another function. Clearly it is a first shifting. In the first shifting theorem, what we do? First we have to calculate the another function. So first side out e power minus 3t, find out L of e power cos, find out L of cos phi t. We know that 2 into cos phi t equal to s by s square plus phi square, that equal to 25. And replace s by the quotient of t in power of exponential minus 3. So the opposite sign s tends to s plus 3. And minus 3, here also first simplify the value of sin phi t, 5 by s square plus phi square, that equal to 25. So and replace s by, here minus 3 ఉంది, so s plus లో s plus 3 replace here. After replacing, simplify, we getting the result. This is called the first shifting theorem. Next, change of scale property. What is the condition of change of scale property? Suppose L of f of t equal to L of f of t equal to f bar of s. L of f of at, the constant a is a multiple of function of t, then we have to write opposite. Here a is multiple, so here a is division and f bar of s by a. In the reverse way, it's f of t by a. Here a is division in question, so here we multiplying a. Yes. So first constant as a multiple and every s is replaced by s here. So this is the change of scale property. It has no important problems. One problem is available. That problem is easily calculated. So then go to next property. That property name is integral of Laplace transforms. Integral of Laplace transforms. How to identify the integral of Laplace transform? Integral 0 to t, integral 0 to t, f of t dt dt. For example, in the f of t as sin 2t. In the question, integral 0 to t, so the limits are also very important. So integration limits as 0 to t, then it is easily identified it is integral of Laplace transform. So in this integral of Laplace transform, what we do? First we have to calculate the function f of t. That means side out the integration, calculate L of sin 2t first. First we have to simplify L of sin 2t because sin 2t is a function of f of t. Sin 2t formula 2 by s square plus 4. And how many integrations here? Two integrations. So the s 2 times of s is divided by the given function. So 2 by s square plus 4 is answer. 2 by s square plus 4 is the f bar of s. Here identify the quotient integral 0 to t are 2 times. So we have to divide s also 2 times. So 2 by s square into s square plus 4 is the answer. So very important and very easiest method in the Laplace transform is integral of Laplace transform. No need to integration the function and no need to apply or substitute in the limits. So it is simply how many integrations in the given problem. Just count it 1, 2, 3. But one important condition, the integration limits must be 0 to t. ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ లిమిట్స్ 0 to t ఉన్నప్పుడు మాత్రమే మనకి ఇంటిగ్రల్ ఆఫ్ లాప్లాస్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ అవుతుంది. 0 to infinity, 0 to a, 0 to pi by 2. These type of problems is not integral of Laplace transforms. మా అర్థమవుతున్నాయా ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తున్నా.
ఎస్ సార్ అర్థమవుతున్నాయి సార్.
ఓకే. సో మనకి ఇచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లంలో ఎన్నైతే ఇంటిగ్రల్ 0 to t ఎలా ఉంటాయి చెప్పే కదా. ఇంటిగ్రల్ 0 to t, ఇంటిగ్రల్ 0 to t, ఇంటిగ్రల్ 0 to t. Here three integrations with limit 0 to t. For example, the function e power 3t. So dt, dt, dt. Three integrations we close with three variable integration dt. So in this type, clearly it is a integral of Laplace transform. This is the f of t. So first find out the L of f of t. That means L of e power 3t. So L of e power 3t here 3 is positive. So we have to write s minus 3. In the s minus 3, how many times we have to divide s 3 times because here 3 integral 0 to t is. So 1 by s cube into recently find out the value L of f of t f bar of s. This is the integral of Laplace transform. Next property, multiplication by t power n. Multiplication by t power n. So the property is So t power n is one of the multiple of the function. So t power n into f of t, either left or right side, t is a multiple of another function. For example, t is a multiple of e power at. So e power at is the one of the multiple. Automatically, we have to go for shifting. Two functions, three functions are given in the problem. One is exponential, then it is clearly first the first shifting theorem అవుతుంది. And here t power n is the one of the multiple of remaining two function or three function. Then it is called the multiplication of t power n. So the property is minus 1 power n d power n by ds power n into f bar of s. So L of t power n into f of t equal to minus 1 power n d power n by ds power n into f bar of s. So taking one example, simple example, L of t into sin t. In this problem, t is a multiple of another function, then it is easily identify the multiplication by t power n. First, we have to calculate the circulated value. The circulated value L of sin t. There is no multiple of t. Generally, it has 1. So 1 by s square plus 1 is the L of sin t value. So now we have to apply the multiplication of t power n. So L of t, here the power of t is 1. So taking minus 1 power 1 and 1 times the differentiation d by ds of 1 by s square plus 1. So derivative of 1 by x minus 1 by x square, s square plus 1 whole square, and internal derivative 2s. So minus into minus plus 2s by s square plus 1 whole square is the Laplace of t into sin t. So for example, t square minus 1 whole square d square by ds square. First applying one derivative, we getting one answer. After that applying another derivative. Next, division by t. The property of division by t, L of f of t by t. So in this multiplication by t, the t power 1, 2, 3, 4, anything, how many the power of t, then we have to do that times of differentiation. For example, t cube, we have to 3 times derivative of the function f bar of s and taking 3 minus s. But here the function L of f of t by t, the division by t has power is 1, maximum 95%, only 5% t square is given. T square means first applying with respect to t by division by t, first applying, we getting one answer, then applying again another division by t. So maximum 95% t power 1 is sufficient. If you have any t square problems, first we calculate f of t by t. We getting one answer. That answer we have to apply again division by t. So taking one example, multiplication by t power n, we have to do the differentiations. How many times? In the power of t, n, then n times differentiation. But in the division of t, here power is 1. Multiplication by t is a differentiation, and division by t is opposite of differentiation. That opposite of differentiation is integration. That equal to, the limits are very very important. Integral s to infinity f bar of s ds. How many t is t power 1? For example, t square, integral s to infinity, integral s to infinity f bar of s ds ds. So first we have to calculate one integration and applying the another integration. Maximum 95% t power 1 problem is important. If have any 5%, it is a t square values. Okay. And next property is evaluation of integrals. This is very very important property, that name as evaluation. మీకు ఎన్ని నేమ్స్ ఇచ్చినా నేమ్స్ ఏం అడగడు, మీకు జస్ట్ ఫైండ్ ది లాప్లాస్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ అడుగుతాడు. సో హౌ టు ఐడెంటిఫై ది ఎవల్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటిగ్రల్స్? ఇన్ ది క్వశ్చన్ మన ఆన్సర్లో ఎస్ టు ఇన్ఫినిటీ రాసాం. ఇన్ ది క్వశ్చన్ ఇంటిగ్రల్ 0 to infinity, then it is clearly evaluation of integrals. But the evolution of integral notation is e power minus at f of t. First, we calculate the L of f of t. We getting one answer f bar of s. In the f bar of s, as s tends to here minus a, we have to write plus a. So f bar of a. What is the difference of first shifting and evaluation of integrals? In the first shifting, e power at replace s by s minus a. S by s minus a. In the evaluation of integrals, just s by a. So in the first shifting theorem, s tends to s minus a or s plus a. In the evaluation of integrals, s tends to a only, plus a or minus a. The question is plus a, so we have to apply minus a. The question is minus, now we write plus a. Opposite of the question and each and every property like that. And remaining definitions, periodic function. So period is 0 to 2 pi, sum of the function, unit step function u of t minus a. Another name is unit step function, Heaviside unit step function, that equal to h of t minus a equal 0, t less than a, 1, t greater than a. That definition properties are very, very important. And the second shifting theorem. Second shifting theorem, g of t is defined as f of t minus a, t less than a, 0, t greater than a. So it has also one problem that equal to cos of 2t minus a. Replace f of t minus a equal to cos of 2t minus a, then cos of 2t minus, for example, pi by 3 equal to t less than pi by 3 and t greater than pi by 3. Taking f of t equal to cos t, applying Laplace transform of both function, L of f of t equal to L of cos 2t, L of cos 2t equal to s by s square plus a square. So s by s square plus a square equal to 4. And L of g of t equal to e power minus as into f bar of s. E power minus as into f bar of s. This is the second shifting theorem condition. E power minus as, here a value 5 by 3 into s, and f bar of s by s square plus 4. This is the one of the problem of second shifting theorem. So periodic function, what functions? Unit step function, unit impulse function, and the second shifting theorem. These are definition wise important. Okay. Next, go to partial fraction method. So L of f of t equal to f bar of s. This is the condition of Laplace, and f of t equal to L inverse of f bar of s. This is the condition of L inverse. Inverse Laplace transform condition. Here the total functions are in S, so we getting the answer T. Okay. And the formulas are changed. We know that L of 1 equal to 1 by S. So in this time, the values are reverse. L inverse of 1 by S equal to 1. And L of e power at equal to 1 by S minus a. It is the result of Laplace. Now it is reverse. E power at equal to L inverse of 1 by S minus a. For example, here taking L inverse of 1 by S plus a, here multiplying the opposite sign, e power minus at. Similarly, L inverse of S by S square plus a square. So the denominator is S, so it is cos at. And L inverse of 1 by S square plus a square. L inverse of a by s square plus a square, that equal to sin a t. Here one important result also available. L inverse of 1 by s square plus a square. The denominator is a square, so numerator is coming either s or a, but here 1. So divide and multiply with a. Here divide and multiplying with a. A by s square plus a square, it is go to a formula sin a t. So this is one of the important results of the inverse Laplace transform. In the inverse Laplace transform, the methods are first method. General, we have to apply the L inverse, that is called the linearity property. First method is linearity property in the inverse Laplace transform. Second one is first shifting, and third one is partial fraction methods. Fourth one is convolution. Fifth one is application of Laplace transform. So totally 5 types of problems. These topics are very, very important. Is application of Laplace transform is the 98% important, and 1% is convolution, and the remaining 1% is either first shifting or second application of so partial fraction method. Next to linearity property. These 3 methods are is in examination point of view 1% important. Convolution is the 4%, and remaining 95% application of Laplace transform is very, very important. So in the application of Laplace transform, last class I explained so many problems that conditions of L of y triple dash, L of y double dash, L of y double dash, L of y dash, and L of y. Here y is the dependent variable. We have to take the function series expansion in terms of y. And partial fraction method. Partial fraction method, how to identify the denominator is notation of combination of two functions like as 1 by s plus 1 into 1 by s plus 2. First we have to observe the degree of numerator and the degree of denominator. So 2 by 9. So 2 కంటే 9 ఎక్కువ ఉంది కాబట్టి clearly it is proper. It is sufficient to taking the proper fraction. So we have to split partial fraction directly. Suppose the reverse process, the degree of numerator is greater than degree of denominator, then it is reverse process 9 by 2. It is possible to division, so we have to divide 9 by 2, 4 times 8, 1. So quotient plus remainder by divisor. This is the notation. R by G. R by G is clearly proper. Then Q is outside, and remaining R by G value can simplified and replace it. Okay. In the partial fraction method, we have to observe 2 types of partial fractions. One is proper and second one is improper. Proper ki best example 2 by 9. It is not possible to division directly. And second one improper 2 by 9. It is possible to division 4 times. So 1. How to write the improper fractions? First we have to write the quotient. Q plus remainder R by divisor G. So Q equal to 4 plus 1 by 2. It is called the improper fraction expansion. Suppose the equation in between 2 by 9. So 2 by 9 is not possible division directly. So it is called the proper fraction. Division కి పాసిబుల్ అవ్వకపోతే దాన్ని ప్రాపర్ ఫ్రాక్షన్ అంటాం, డైరెక్ట్ గా సింప్లిఫై చేస్తాం. డివిజన్ కి పాసిబుల్ అయితే దాన్ని ఇంప్రాపర్ ఫ్రాక్షన్ అంటాం, దాన్ని డివిజన్ చేసి అప్లై చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, అలాగే కన్వల్యూషన్. So in the Laplace or inverse Laplace, in terms of two functions have some properties. So suppose t power n into f of t or exponential e power 8 into f of t. These type of functions we have two properties. Some of the functions, so 1 by s square plus a square into s square plus b square, it is not possible to express the any functions of Laplace. So one convolution operator, convolution is the operator, it is very useful to separate the function L of f of t into g of t. In the earliest it is not possible to separate the function, any two functions in the multiplication situation. But convolution is possible to separate the function f of t star g of t. So only one method in multiplication two functions, we have to split easily and separately. L of f of t into L of g of t. So that's why the convolution theorem is important. Suppose in any problem, we have no formulas, no results in the problems like that. So we have to go to split into the problem in the partial fraction method. Next, application of differential equation. We have to write the symbolic form and applying the series and applying the partial fraction method. Then apply inverse Laplace transform. We getting the answer. So these are the very important methods in the Laplace transforms. So how many methods in the Laplace transform? How many properties in the Laplace transform? Totally 8. 7 plus 1. 7 are methods to apply the problems. 1 are definitions. It is very important definitions. Either periodic function, unit step function, unit impulse function, second shifting theorem, like that. These 7 properties are named as first one linearity property, second one first shifting theorem, third one change of scale property, fourth one integral of Laplace transform, next multiplication by t power n and a division by t, and last one evaluation of integrals. So this one is a combination of definitions. The definitions are periodic function, unit step function, unit impulse function, second shifting theorem. So the 7 plus 1 properties Laplace transform is completed. Go to inverse Laplace transform. In the inverse Laplace transform, first property is linearity property, second one is partial fraction method, third one is applying the first shifting theorem, fourth one is convolution theorem, fifth one is application of differential equation. The application of differentiation is very important method. In the inverse Laplace transform, the question coming from the examination, only applications of DE, because it is very important tool to apply a Laplace transform to the linear differential equation. ఓకే, ఇవి మన దగ్గర ఉన్న మెథడ్స్. మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి చూసుకోండి, ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అడగండి. సో all of you raise your hands. ఓకే,